Hello and welcome back to the couch. We saved you a seat. Haha, my name is Luke.
And I'm Emily, and I am thrilled. I am here. It is the night we've been waiting for chapters 43 through 46 of A Court of Wings and Ruin by Sarah J. Maas. Lucas.
Yes, if this is the first time that you have come to us, know that we do this occasionally 2-3 times a week. This is my first time ever doing this sort of content. I don't know anything about this kind of stuff. But this one right here is the Smut Oracle. She is our guide through sections of this sort of content. We started with the first book. We're now in the third book. Look back in the YouTubes. You can find all of that kind of content. She does a phenomenal job, and only a few episodes are bad.
Wow. He is coming in hot tonight.
It's true. Only a few are bad. Listen, if you like this content, please like, subscribe, and share. If you want to participate, you can easily just follow along by clicking the videos in the description below and also buying the books from the Amazon links below. It supports the channel. We also have a membership. But without further ado, I'm going to leave it off for the Smut Oracle so that she can drop some knowledge and do the review of the chapters.
All right, a little recap if you must. Tonight is the High Lord's meeting. It's the night we've all been waiting for with bated breath. So absolutely no one is behaving. We are introduced to Vivian, Callias's wife, and Moore's ride or die bestie, and reunite with the other 5 High Lords. The room is tense but functional until Tamlin winnows in unannounced, and Timmy Tam is in full Petty Betty mode. Seething, bitter, taking every cheap shot at Feyre and Rhys that he can find. He goes way too far, and unexpectedly, it's Azriel who steps up with a low, lethal, "Careful how you speak about my high lady." Swoon. Immediate goosebumps. Then Eris cracks a joke about Moore, and Az loses it. Not composed, just completely furious. Meanwhile, Tamlin and Baron begin competing for the title of biggest asshole in Prythian. It is a close race. It's quite ugly, but Baron wins by a little bit by saying something so egregious that Feyre snaps. And when she snaps, she does not hold back. She unleashes every kernel of power that she has, every single High Lord's magic in one terrifying display. We have fire, we have water, darkness, all the things, the whole arsenal. And even Rhys is briefly alarmed because now the secret is out. Feyre doesn't just have their powers. Oh, buddy, she can wield them too. So that cat is not going back in the bag anytime soon. The meeting is on the brink of imploding until, of all people, Nesta steps forward. She tells her story, calm, brutal, honest, and she reminds them what the Cauldron did, what Hybern is capable of, and what's actually at stake. And slowly, the room recalibrates. They don't hug it out or anything, but they also don't trust each other. And we also don't know what's going to happen, but we leave knowing the war is bigger than their egos. Everyone retreats to their respective corners to process the fact that Feyre is terrifying. Nesta is actually pretty formidable, and Azriel, loyal to the bone. Timmy Tam, still deeply unwell. So, Luke, are you ready?
I know it comes to the kitchen couch for the food. Let's hit it. I'm going to do a victory lap. Oh, no.
That was a lot. You need to work on some spatial issues.
Lady, victory lap. Azure put them hands on that boy. It was awesome. I was
Did.
No, first, I got to be honest with you. His delivery, and we don't slut shame here, was hilarious. Mm-hmm. And the get back was immediate.
What you mean?
He was like, "Oh, at least you still dressed like a slut." And I was like, "Oh God, that's awesome." I mean, it's horrible, but that's awesome. And then his get back was immediate. That was awesome. I'm so sorry. That was so cool.
Yeah, you get it.
I was like, he put them paws on him. Yeah, I called it. I was like, something's gonna happen here. Lamb, correct. We don't care. Yeah, he put them paws on, and he was not about to stop either. And our ingenue old girl was the only one who was like, "Azriel, that's enough, dog." And then Azriel quit. I meant dog both ways.
Wow,
it's true. She treated him a little bit like a dog, and then also he's her dog. So it's awesome. But yeah, that whole more. The whole Mormon was hilarious to me. I found it incredibly funny. Tamlin being a complete bitch, hilarious. Honestly, I'll say it. He's not all wrong, but he's a bitch. And so
All right. Okay.
Like I am not gonna sit here and victim shame.
Uh-huh.
But when you're being a bitch, you're being a bitch.
Okay.
That's just what's going on here. I'm okay with saying it because that's what it is. But buddy, damn, fucking don't be a bad person. It's not that hard. He's like, oh well, I was gonna, and it's like, buddy, no one cares what you have to say. No, we don't actually care. Yeah, really showed up looking really weak, thinking that he was going to show up looking strong, and just showed his ass. Now, Baron, on the other hand, didn't necessarily show his ass as much, technically, I would say, but still did, and got his ass beat by a regular person 3 months ago, 6 months ago. So, yeah. Anyway, sorry about it. That was
I love it. It's a lot happens. So let's get into it, shall we?
Whoa. We got to say this. Jessica Moore is my queen, not yours. Go ahead.
Okay.
We can fight about it. She just said Moore is a queen, and Moore is my queen.
Is a queen, not the queen.
She's mine. Anyway.
Okay, so there'll be time for that later. There's lots of growling that happens in this episode. Like, did you clock how many times there's like, he growled, he seethed, he whatever. I'm like, oh, grat, this is going to be the episode that I lose my mind because Luke is going to growl too many times.
The entire time. Yes. Are you kidding me? Look, there was one that was like, I should have made a better note. He looked at her and they used like a word I didn't even know. And I just thought, oh, that was hateful. Jeez, whatever that was.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know.
I wish you had made a note of it so I could, judge you a little bit.
Definitely. Well, I mean, judge away. Listen, we all can catch strays. It's all good. Anyways, let's do the thing.
Yeah. So, all right. So we can show up. First of all, what was your reaction to you love girl shit? So we had some great girl shit at the beginning of this chapter when we had Moore and Vivian reuniting after so long. So clearly besties separated for very long time. And they literally like jumped up and down and giggled and did all the things. So you love some girly shit. So tell me about that.
Yeah, big like sorority sister bullshit happening there was awesome. It was just awesome. It was kind of goofy. Yeah. Right. I mean, like it's a great like, oh, this is the capacity of these people. And then it immediately goes to shit. It's like seconds later.
It's adorable. We do kind of like get a little bit of we know what all the people can do, but we get some descriptions of them. We've kind of seen them in person for the first time. They were all there under the mountain to gift her the little kernel or whatever, but we really weren't paying much attention to them because we honestly didn't know we'd ever see them again. So
her husband is the Winter, right?
Yes.
And so he strikes me as very serious.
Oh yeah.
Like consciously super serious, and their love story, when it's told, goes along with the idea that the mating bond is really something that is more akin to the Force. Like it's an energy field that helps people, that helps the story of the world continue in a specific way, based on decision making at pivotal moments. Right. It's like, oh, we're going to mate these two people because they need to be in the same place at the same time because they've chosen a specific path. So we need them to be together. And it's beautiful that they know each other since they were children. What's his name? Kalis? No, it's Kalis, somebody else.
Callius.
He real eldest brother energy. Yeah. Good call. It's very much like, I'm going to turn off. Like my brother, when my brothers and I, my younger brother and I would argue, my older brother would say, guys, if you don't quit, I'll flip the breaker. Like, we'll just turn off the power. I do not care. And it was like, oh, it's that kind of energy. I do have I don't want to skip to the end, but I want you to remember when he asked, did you figure out the ice powers? I have a hypothesis about that, but anyway.
Okay, we'll get to that.
Yeah.
Okay, so we find out where we get some things. So we go with Prythian. Prythian is of the Dawn Court, and the Dawn Court. So we've been here this whole time. Wait, am I wrong about this? Let me scroll. Yes, this whole time we've been talking about Helion and Helion's powers. Helion, not heal. He doesn't heal. We got that messed up. That was me. That was my bad. Okay,
that's hilarious.
I've been wrong before. It's rare, but it happened. Okay,
it's so rare.
It happened.
It's the rarest. You know what?
Call the papers. Shut the presses down. It happened. Okay, so Prythian is the one who actually is the healing, the gift of healing, the Dawn Court. That's Prythian. Okay, so we get the gift of healing. It was a gift that allowed me to save Reese Peace's life. So that's great. Then we have Callius. Callius is ice because he's winter, blah, blah, blah. And then Helion is the spell cleaver. Okay, so he's the one that's breaking the wards. That is what's happening.
Yeah. Helion is a smooth talking hot nerd. And yeah, not super powerful, but really, really smart, and will talk your pants off. That's I got like
won't he? Yes.
I got those vibes immediately. As a matter of fact, they did something kind of weird where they were like, when Baron finally walks in, I don't want to skip to this, but Baron finally walks in, he kind of he gives one of these to Baron's wife, and Baron's wife's like, oh fuck. And I was like, I'm like, is there a precursor to this situation that we are not? I was waiting for that to drop, and it did not, and I'm irritated. But we'll see.
Yeah, it is true. So with Helion's other title was Spell Cleaver, and his 1,000 libraries were rumored to contain the knowledge of the world. So it's like he has all the knowledge of the world, and really, he uses all of that knowledge and power to be a hoe, and we love that.
Yeah.
That's one of our favorite things, like, actually.
He's like, I would work on the Manhattan Project and then also get down. Like, that's his kind of... Sure. Yeah. He's like, I don't need books because I'm brilliant. And the way he does the paper stuff later is hilarious. But anyway, it's really funny. It's
good.
I take notes.
It's good. And he immediately knows. So, like, he doesn't have to be told what's going on. He says, yeah. Does he know about your high lady? Like, he doesn't have to be told. He just knows. He knows these things.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. He's got big book energy. He does.
Massive book energy. Massive book energy.
All I can say is he thick. Okay. So let's go.
He memorized the dictionary. Okay.
It's good stuff. It is good stuff.
He reads. Never mind.
Oh, that one must have been almost a little too dirty because
it just wasn't very good.
Oh, okay, that's good. You can also censor yourself when it's bad. That works out too.
Let's not do that one. That was stupid. That was dumb.
Oh my god. So anyhow, all right. So if you notice as well, it is also who is it? The Lord of Day. Okay. Yep. That it is. So Helion is the only one who notices Nesta in the room. And Cassian's like, hold on. Okay, stop it. Like the way that you thought that more was about Cassian last time and or any of the other times that you've been like, wait. Cassian's like, okay, all right, this is not fair. We all know he's great. Like, don't look at her. Don't look at her. It's adorable. But he's like, ooh, who is your guest? Asked a bit too quietly for even my liking. Feyre's even like, I don't even know you and I don't want you hitting on my sister.
It's
adorable.
It's creepy.
It's adorable. So anyhow, Nesta gets introduced. All the other things happen. We are sitting down to the table. Let's see. Oh, I did like the little Vivian being like, oh, she's High Lady. Why don't I get to be High Lady? Like the girls are like, what about us though? Hold on, stop.
Well, and my favorite part is like Vivian was like already High Lady. She was already doing the job for like half a century.
Yes. Yes.
And she was doing
She
it
was
pretty well, you know, other than
uh-huh.
letting children die, which is recipes. But
That was not her fault. That was her
it's
fault.
that's 100% Amarantha's fault. We don't blame anybody but Amarantha.
Exactly. What? Yeah. Exactly.
Exactly. Like we're not. I mean, I love you. We know.
Mm-hmm.
We know.
Mm-hmm.
But you can't
Mm-hmm.
you can't be killing children. You know.
No,
Anyway,
you cannot be doing that. But yeah, she basically was queen and protecting everyone. She ran everything for 50 years. And then when he comes back, now don't get me wrong, love story is adorable. Like he immediately winnows to her. She kisses him first because she also is like, yeah, dude. And then he just like hits his knee and proposes. Adorable. So sweet. So romantic. Love it. Would I read an entire novella about their story? Yes, I would, because it's real cute. Okay, I would. But I don't think that I could go from running everything to relegating myself back to lesser than a man. I don't think I can do that. That's
I
not
don't think you could either. Maybe their situation isn't like that.
maybe.
Like we were comparing things to like what Tamlin was doing, and maybe their situation is not a Tamlin situation.
Maybe, but she's like, she mutters to Callias, jabbing him in the ribs, why can't I be High Lady as well? Oh, believe. I know it's never been done before until now, but now that it has been done, I hope Vivian gets to upgrade herself to High Lady, because I would take nothing less at that point.
Me too. Me too.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We agree. Yeah. All right. What's next?
All right. So now we are, I think we're at the moment where we're sitting all down to the table and starting to have a conversation. And we can't even really get through the conversation. Oh, we did find out. Okay. Quickly, we're gonna get where's the okay, so we sit down to actually start having a conversation and talk strategy and what all is happening. And what happens is all of Autumn Court shows up first. It's a little tense. Everybody's like, wait, what is happening?
All right.
Baron starts jockeying for position first for being the biggest asshole. He got him first, so he's right out the gate.
When they show up, it's like, oh, who are these dweebs? Oh, it's his children. Okay. Like, that's exactly. Yeah, who are these fucking dweebs?
Yeah, enough. So, but did you notice that the brothers are running amok and being crappy, and Eris is like, hey, not here. Chill out. Like, he's the one that calms the rest of them down. Like, he is being a much better leader and High Lord than the High Lord of the Autumn Court.
I can't tell what the mask is. Is he masking?
What do you
mean? Eris, is he mask? Like, is he masking? Like, he's got some. He says and does. He's like, I'll take the potion. Blah 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 blah. Or is he just doing whatever Feyre does? Like, does he see Feyre as like, oh well, Feyre's gotten a lot of power recently. Maybe I'll just do whatever she does. I don't know. Like, and then she says the stupid. Anyway, we can get to it in a minute.
It's coming. It is happening. I don't know that he's just doing whatever Feyre does, but I do think that he is he's doing a better job of playing politics than his dad.
The Game of Thrones, as it were.
Yes, he's doing a better job of it than his dad. So there's that. Anyway, we all sit down to have a conversation, and Tamlin explodes through the door, same energy as in book 1 when he rips the door off the cabin, and he's a beast that just kind of lands in. So it's like, oh, there's Timmy Tam, and everybody's just silent because they're like, oh, again, little like side eye emoji. Like, let's see how this plays out. Let's see what's gonna happen. So Timmy Tam enters the party, and they're like, oh, get him a chair. Everything's great. We're not expecting you. And then straight out his mouth, Baron's like, I will admit, Tamlin, that I'm surprised to see you here. Rumor claims that your allegiance now lie elsewhere. And he can't stop looking at Feyre and Rhys. He's like, I'm here for one reason, and it's to talk shit and fuck some people up. Okay?
Yeah. And this was the beginning of when I was like, oh, he could be a cool person here. He could be. And he immediately doesn't become a cool person.
Immediately chooses petty bitchiness. Immediately.
Legit, like the first line. Mm-hmm. His first line, is awesome. It's an awesome line. It would seem that congratulations are in order. And then they're like,
Mhm.
we can discuss later or whatever. It's like, oh, don't stop on my account. And then
Mhm.
he keeps going, and then he's like, no, you're just
He's like,
busy fucking them. And I was like,
yeah,
you went to being a bitch immediately. Good job.
immediately. Yeah, it was not great. It was like, yeah, boom. Okay. So here we go. We're in it. He is not doing well. Everything comes back to the fact that they are together. Everything's going back to that. He has nothing else to say other than like, I don't like that they're together.
Oh, man. I do.
Eh.
Could you see? I was hurt.
I mean, I think maybe once he's like, well, I would help if I had my army, but you kind of saw to the fact that I don't have my arm anymore. Thanks, Feyre. Like, he's literally way more bitter about the two of them being together than he is his entire predicament.
Yeah. I don't think he cares about being with her. He just doesn't want to see them together.
Yeah.
Or happy.
Right.
Or her flourishing as an adult human person.
Right. Right.
Yeah. I'd say you're right. Okay. I'd say Emily is right. Often true.
I mean, sometimes. So we're holding a grudge. All this stuff is happening. And he goes, like, I thought this was later. I was like mistaken. This is pretty close at the beginning. He goes right into my favorite interaction that has happened. The thing that made me, when I was reading this book for the first time, I threw the book when this happened. Okay. When he says, when you fuck her, have you noticed that little noise she makes right before she climaxes? I was reading it and I got so mad.
Really? I thought it was funny as hell.
I got so mad at Tamlin.
I was like, God damn.
I got so mad at Tamlin that I threw the book across the room.
Listen, you got to do you.
I literally threw it, and Evan was like, "You good over there?" I was like, "No, I'm so mad."
Buddy, how long did he think about saying that?
Right?
Probably weeks.
I mean, okay. Do you rehearse?
Weeks.
I don't know. Are you the same ADHD as I am? Do you rehearse arguments in the shower?
Yeah, of course. I rehearse arguments in the shower. I rehearse arguments in the car. I rehearse arguments when I'm walking.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So how long do you think he's rehearsed that argument?
He's rehearsed it for, I don't know, 4 months.
Mm-hmm. Like, it's basically the only thing that's been living on repeat, right?
Yeah, but that's like listen, strategically, it's a good move. I'm sorry, tactically, good move, right? Strategically, terrible move. That's a bullet you keep in the chamber until later in the conversation when things are getting right to the edge and you just want to piss them off just a little bit more and you hit them with the, so what's that? So what does it sound like to you? Because to me it sounds like, and you just, oh my God, that would be awesome. You save that for later.
It makes me so mad. Makes me so mad. Anyway, yes, exactly, Liz. We're going personal. We are going so low, and it is, it's disgusting. Yeah. So I picked up. You good?
No. Because I'm like, oh, is her O face funny looking? I mean, just like, I've thought of so many things to say since I've read this moment about this one exact moment that I'm just like, oh God, that'd be so funny.
No.
What? No,
well, when I read it, I got mad. I threw it. I picked it back up. And then I kept reading. And then, like, 2 paragraphs down, when I got to Azriel saying, be careful how you speak about my high lady, I threw the book again. But I didn't throw it across the room. I threw it down. And I went, oh!
How do you think?
Because that was so sexy.
How do you think he said it? Was he like, be careful how you speak about my high lady? Was it like that? Or was it like, Let's gotta roll.
I'm gonna say angrier. Can you give me a take that's angrier and a little more growly?
Yes. Be careful how you speak about my high lady.
Excellent. Now,
Yes.
can you stress my?
Yeah. Careful how you speak about my high lady.
Okay, I like that take. One last one. Instead of it being my, now stress lady. Put the emphasis on lady now.
Emphasis, hilarious. Be careful how you speak about my high lady.
Okay, I think I liked that one the best. Ladies, feel free to vote in the chat. Oh, Liz is saying lower. Like it needs to.
I think the last
to be
time was
lower.
right where
Yeah.
you wanted.
They have to catch up. It takes a minute. Who said that I'm loving this? See, give the people what they want. I know what y'all are here for. It's good.
I'm here.
So, all right. Okay, he says, you once asked me, and okay, he's not wrong about this. This is one of those things that Tamlin's not wrong about. Okay. Unfortunately, I have to say. You once asked me if you'd be my high lady, and when I said no, a low laugh. Perhaps I underestimated you. Why serve in my court when you can rule in his? Well, first of all, you dang right. Okay. Why would I serve anything when I could rule somewhere else? Okay. You're right. But also, that was unfortunately a coincidence.
Either way, doesn't matter. Tamlin's
but he's
bitch.
right.
He's not wrong.
Yes. He's not incorrect. What he said is factual, but not accurate.
Like, but buddy, you don't love this girl.
No.
And you might love her, but you're not in love with her. And they're not the same
he
thing.
loves the idea of her. He does not love her.
Yeah.
He
I
does
like
not
the
love her.
idea of Kate Beckinsale. What are we doing here? So let's not, you know, I like the idea of a lot of people. Natalie Portman.
Truly.
What are we doing here?
I get it.
Like,
so
it's just there's a lot here where it's like, buddy, you're too old to be acting like an asshole here.
Yeah.
Like, you have too much at stake to be acting like an asshole here.
Yeah. Actually.
Like, he's one bad decision away from losing all of his bullshit. Yeah. Actually, none of the rest of them are a one decision away. As someone who lives one decision away from being in jail very easily, I have to watch myself constantly. Buddy is one decision away from never doing anything positive ever again.
Yeah. So, okay. Then we bring up a situation that causes everything to be incredibly just on edge. So we bring up the children and the death of the children, which is not great.
So what we're actually bringing up isn't the death of what we're bringing up is the trustworthiness of Rhysand, right? And the first thing that's brought up is the death of the children. It's a low blow. It sucks. The whoring stuff is also brought up in this same sort of scenario. It's all they've got against him. Essentially, like the whoring stuff and the children, maybe a few other like more minor details that were decisions that were forced upon him, but it's all they've got. And so essentially they're like, can you answer for this? Can you withstand this situation? That's how I read it, right? Because they've known each other for centuries. So except for Tarquin. So like, that's how I read it. Like, it was one of those moments where it was like, it was more of like a long-term joust than it is a dig. Did you read it that way, or am I being weird about it?
So I guess when I take a look at it and I'm thinking about all the things, all of those things did happen. Yes. But it doesn't change where we are right now. So in my opinion, like, we're here because shit's about to go down and everybody knows that, right? So while yes, all of those things happened under the mountain, and I'm not like saying they don't have good points to bring up, it is irrelevant for why we're here.
Yeah, and Rasan takes it too. Like he's like, yeah, I had to do it, and you know, it's Favor's got ants in her pants about it, and Rasan's like, no, I made the best decision I could possibly make at that time.
Mm-hmm.
That's what happened
Yeah.
there, and I'm making
Yep.
the best decision I could possibly make right now.
Right. So
And it even brings up the part where like he's like, no, I could not even help the children not remember it because I was in a
like you couldn't even be there.
bad spot. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're like, do you have proof? And he's like, nope, I don't, other than like, okay. So it's a 1-2 punch. So it's like Tamlin and Baron are playing pickleball across from each other. I don't know why I said that. Other than like, if we're having big dick energy, this is the opposite of that. So it's like pickle energy. So we've got
good save.
We've got the two of them. And they're just constantly trying to like serve each other. Like, it's like, did y'all call and discuss what bullshit you were gonna bring up? Like, did you pre-plan to discuss like how we're gonna gang up on Rhys? Because it's kind of ridiculous about how we are just constantly not just Rhys, but also Feyre. Because he's like, oh yeah, says the woman who gave an innocent girl's name in her stead for Amarantha to butcher as well. First of all, you weren't there, you don't know about that. Like, who's talking to you? Who's telling you all this, Baron? I mean, he was under the mountain, but he doesn't know that she gave the wrong name and didn't know. Who's talking to these jerks?
It's once again, it's the only ammo he's got. He literally has no one other. So I think in the end it's like, oh, I'm just going to use the ammo in my gun.
Yeah.
Right. But it's not like I said, I've been watching like what's that show called? It's an anime. It's called Prythian, right? And in the show, Prythian is an immortal, an elf, 1,000 years old. But the story is a epilogue to a grand quest, right? And so in the epilogue, they're going back and revisiting all of the places that this grand quest happened, but it's like 100 years later. So all the characters, the players from the main story are dead already, or they're really, really old. And so what the story is about is like, oh, you get to kind of take in immortality from a kind and lighthearted person who deals with it, who deals with long-term planning in a different way than you or I would, because life is fleeting. It's why love is so important, right? So all of this crap from Baron is just crap. From Tamlin, it's petty and it's personal. But like when I read it from Baron, he's just being a jerk. He's just he literally doesn't care. And as a matter of fact, if you go and look at the territories, he is the furthest away from Hybrid. Right? Like he actually has less care than everybody. So it's he's also the only one with progeny, like direct progeny in the room. And so like he's like, I'm old. I fought in wars. Like all of this is crap to me. I'm just gonna be hateful because I can be, and because it's not my fucking problem that you people are having this petty bullshit.
Yeah.
And so like you said, he's just sticking it into. He also doesn't like things that are new because new sucks. Like change is hard, and so this like traditional, I'm not gonna say conservative, traditional mindset that people get into. Yeah, I think I said it before. He's just kind of old and white trash. Like he's just kind of old and white trash. Like what I say during the first book, I was like, oh yeah, he's a hick from the mountains. That's what he feels
Literally,
like. Literally,
no one believes that. No one but you feels that way. Literally, no one but you feels that way.
I'm sorry, my family's from Andrews, North Carolina, so I've met some of these folk who are unchanging in their brain.
I get it. I've met a lot of people unchanging in their brain that aren't hicks as well. So I feel you on that. Sure. So
fair.
What do we do?
Nashville too. What do we do?
So,
you keep going because that's all you can do.
No, so what do we do? So, well, by that I mean like, okay, I think Rhys does a very good job of taking it and being like, yep, okay, this is fair. It's fair to a point. I see where you're coming from. Let me answer that honestly. That's fine. However, it finally gets to a point where he's like, need I remind you, if I wanted to convince you all to do something, I could just do it. So he does it in the, like, Tamlin goes low, he goes petty. So Rhys, what does he do? He literally puts him on mute. This is the power that I think I wish I had. We talked about like all of the powers, and as we're reading through, I'm like, oh man, I so wish I could just go mute on people sometimes. That would be awesome. But that's what he does.
Occasionally. But he doesn't.
You're all right most of the time.
What does Tamlin say? Tamlin says something kind of cutting, and
he says, why do you think I invited them to the house into my lands? He let out a low snarl, and I felt Rhys tensing as Tamlin said to me, I once told you I would fight against tyranny, against that sort of evil. Did you think you were enough to turn me from that? It was so easy for you to call me a monster despite all I did for you and for your family. Yet you witnessed all he did under the mountain, and you still spread your legs for him. Fitting, I suppose. He whored for Amarantha for decades. Why shouldn't you be his whore in return?
Boop. Mute.
He's like, Angie, you're done.
Yeah. He's like, I'm taking this of your five senses away from you. You know, like he's
you're
like,
done.
You'll no longer communicate like this. And that's okay.
You're done.
It's safer than getting your ass kicked. Because is that not the alternative? Like, what's the other way of stopping him from speaking?
It's
an ass kicking.
Crazy. But they're even like, well, just imagine, do you see how we have, isn't it a little sus that the Night Court were the only ones to show up to Adriata to save the day?
Yeah.
And Varian is there and he's like, actually...
I sent my girlfriend a text message.
that was me. I texted my girl. Sorry, that was me.
I was like, we in trouble, babe. Send your cousins.
Like, he didn't even ask. He just said, be careful. Bye. It's been great. It's been real if I don't make it out. Like,
he's like, we in trouble.
Bless him.
911. Send that 911 text.
Bitch, we're being attacked.
What? Oh, yeah.
That's just a callback.
Bitch, we're being attacked.
It's been a minute since we had one of those. I got Luke that time. I got him like LOL'd. Oh, man. I really deserved that.
It's hilarious. It says everything about these sections is pretty funny. Like, even the serious stuff's pretty funny. I'm telling you, that part where he says more dresses slutty, even though there's like an alliance, like he knows he's safe and he says it anyways, and he just gets the life choked out of him. God, that's funny. That's so funny.
Oh my God. So anyhow, all of that happens, but he says, and actually I lied. That was just another thing that he said that pissed me off. That wasn't the thing that actually made him have his mouth shut. He said, what do you want, an apology? Or she says, do you want me to crawl back into your bed and play nice wife? He says, why would I want spoiled goods returned to me? The moment you let him fuck you, like in, and then cut off like boop, mid-sentence. It didn't happen.
I gotta tell you, when I read that part, what I immediately thought about was
that?
The war camp in the previous section. I was like, dirty. Anyway, go ahead.
He's like, that gasping fish face is a good one for you, Tamlin. Anyway, they forgot, and this is like her little, she says, they forgot it sometimes, how deep that well of power went, what manner of power Rhys bore. But as Rhysand ripped away Tamlin's ability to speak, they remembered. So he's like, lest you forget who has the most power here, and it's me. If I wanted to, I could have just made you all be real cool about this situation.
Yeah.
But I'm not doing that. I'm actually being real chill. because I could have missed it all, you fuckers, by right now. Okay. So I'm being real chill. I need y'all to get on my level of chill because you're starting to piss me off. Just a wee bit.
Yeah, we can get past the petty shit now. Like, we can be done with the petty shit. Like, it was fine before.
Mm-hmm.
I deserved it. We're done. Like, guy came out of a battle 3 days ago. Granted, so did Tarquin, which is what happens next, actually. Tarquin's like, well, guess we've dealt with all that shit. No more Blood Ruby issues. And then Cassian's like, yeah, I don't think you're going to get yours back from old girl. And they're all like, yeah, you're probably not.
He's like, yeah, old girl really likes her, so she going to hang on to that. But don't you worry about it.
She going to keep that family jewel.
He's like, they're like, okay, well, now that we all can talk about something other than Feyre, let's actually talk about some stuff that we need to talk about. So Helion goes and like looks through all the stuff, and he's like, okay, well, if this is all legit, if all this paperwork is real, then yeah, it looks like we got a problem. We're like, thank you, welcome to the reason we called this damn meeting.
So first, Tamlin is the last character I would think that would bring a PowerPoint. To be frank with you, I was like, oh, PowerPoint from Tamlin. What a wild take. He's like, I have papers. He's like, and they just appear in front of him. Everybody's like, motherfucker can read? Like, it's like exactly.
Yeah.
He pulled the Feyre.
He knows how to read.
And so and Helion's like, all right, I'll take a look, and snaps his pic. And Helion's like, By the way, Helion's voice sounds like this. Well, I don't know about you. Like, it's kind of higher. It's a little differently. Yes.
I'm sorry. That's not a voice that's going to make every pair of panties drop. That's just not it.
What about? Never mind.
No.
I'm not going to do it. I kind of want to.
No.
He's like Dijon Sanders or Bo Jackson. Bo Jackson, I love this guy.
No, that's not it. Again, this is a guy that can get literally anybody, and that is what you're going to pull out. The
second accent.
See, again, no, it doesn't. Liz
the second accent is a former president, saxophone player.
It wasn't great.
I love you.
No, it wasn't.
What is he like? All right. Is it like that?
I mean, better. Okay, who do you think IRL could be with anybody, no matter what?
Right now?
IRL, right now.
Michael B. Jordan.
I wouldn't say no.
He's in my top. I think he's in my top 5 of like, oh, that cat could be with anybody.
Okay. I think we did kind of mention, but like I think Pedro Pascal could be.
Ooh, Pedro Pascal's a little
anybody.
You to me right now.
I just mean like man, woman, anybody.
Yeah, no, I still got an ew for Pedro Pascal personally. Anybody? Huh. Chat, hit us with it.
Yeah, ladies, feel free to dive into that one. But my point is that voice was not it. So
I mean, like Ocean's 11. What's his face? Like
George
from
Clooney?
George Clooney from Ocean's 11.
That's fair.
Oh, you think we can get one more? Yeah, let's get one more. Like that, like that. Yeah, the guy who pulls Julia Roberts, and you're like, maybe he's not shooting too high. He's settling. You're like, that movie's like, are you settling for Julia Roberts right now? I'm being funny. Come on, Emily, don't do that.
Are we talking shit about? Are we talking about Julia Roberts? That's not okay. I'm sorry. We were talking about who in real life would be the best. Who what voice, what person would be able to get whoever they wanted, man, woman, indifferent, mix of both. What voice, what person is that going to be? Because we're talking about Helion, and Helion can get he can bag anybody. I mean, of
I think
course, Liz. Of course, Liz. Henry Cavill. Of course.
I was gonna say Hugh Jackman with the singing and everything.
Absolutely not.
He's got the capacity
Absolutely
to
not.
do it. I don't like his voice, but I know a
Absolutely
lot of
not.
people who love it.
Nope. That's a hard pass. That's a hard pass on Hugh Jackman.
Man, that sounds personal.
I mean, maybe.
That's a little personal.
Maybe?
I could tell. It's a little personal.
Maybe. Tom Hiddleston's accent? Okay, maybe.
Maybe. That's a good one.
Maybe.
Oh. What's the Loki monologue that he does when Black Widow walks in? He's like,
oh yeah.
oh yeah, Sao Paulo, Chekhov's daughter. Yeah, he's like, your ledger is dripping. It is gushing red. And you think saving a man no more virtuous than yourself will change all of that? I will. Yeah, he's so good. I will crush his skull.
Yeah, that part is not as sexy to me. I'm gonna be honest.
I love when he calls her. I love when he calls her a sniveling quim. I thought I was like, ooh, boy, what a dig.
Not great. But anyway, back to the real important thing. Sorry, that was a tangent with a capital T, but needed a little bit. Anyhow, we are back in the meeting. We're talking about all the things, and okay, that's when Azrael just absolutely knocks him out. So he says some stuff, and it does not go well. He says, man, oh wow, they've been fighting for like 3 pages. Wow. He says, good to know after 500 years, you still dress like a slut. One moment Azrael was seated, and the next he was not.
Yeah.
And they literally fight for like 3 pages.
I love this, by the way, because it would have been so easy to let that keep going. But instead it's like, nope, buck stops here. We're going to end this right now. And then people, including Baron, tries to stop us, and Baron's like, none of them have the capacity to do it. Like the fury in this, whatever the stones, is so much so that he is an unstoppable force, which is awesome and bodes well for the future.
Even Rhys is like, enough, and he is the High Lord. He is his commander.
Yeah, but he's not about to spend power to stop him. He's just like, hey, and then he's like, go get him. And she's like, she just saunters over like a princess, and it's like,
and he says it twice. So he says enough, and then they still brawl. So Rhys, second time, and it's in italics. Enough, Azrael. Nope. And he ordered that one. Like, it's like a command, and nothing doesn't phase. We fight for like 3 more pages. They're like, can you come get your overgrown bat? And then she has to walk across and is like, come, Azrael, like, let's go. And she's able to like calm him down and get him to move over. But I do love that. I think it's Cassian. Oh, or no, actually, whoa, it's Feyre. Feyre gets to say, that's twice now we've handed you your asses. I think you'd be sick of the humiliation.
I hated that line.
You didn't like it?
No, Feyre, as much as I like Feyre, and I like Feyre quite a bit, when she does stuff like this, it's weird. We talked about it in the last section when she said, like, she doesn't, like, they were joking around.
Yeah, she tries to play into the joke. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's like, oh, you're still kind of a dork. That's something a dork would say. It was a little dorky.
I don't think so.
We've handed you your asses twice now. Something in me, it's like, honey, what? Okay.
Are you sure? Even after that, like, display of power, where like no one could get Azrael to calm down, but she's the one that's able to like finally call off the dog. Like, she's the one that's able to do it. Like,
if I'm in the room,
you still think?
If I'm in the room, I think that's a play.
What do you mean you think that's a play?
Like, no, if I'm in the room, I don't think that's a play. But if I'm in the room, I'm like, oh, this is them showing off. This is a work. We're being worked here. Like, that's what it. I mean, and then she says like something that seems kind of. It seems like a line that you practice, that you rehearse. It's like,
I mean,
Okay. It
okay,
just
I
didn't
didn't
seem
get
so
that. I
authentic.
enjoyed it.
I just won't. We don't
I
hear her
enjoyed
talking
it.
shit. It's like the first time you hear someone curse for the first, and you're just like, oh boy, you shouldn't say those words. You need practice. Like when she said, I was just like, oh, she doesn't talk trash. This is weird. This is weird. This is kind of icky. Like, talk more shit. We need you to lean into this a little bit more for it to be more authentic. We've handed you
Yeah,
your asses twice now. So I'm like, oof. I don't know. It just rubbed me a little bit the wrong way. I don't know.
I feel you. I loved it. I was like, hell yeah, girl, let's go.
I mean, she's right. She's correct.
She's right.
She's correct. But
To
like
the
I said,
point.
if I was in the
To
room,
the
I'd be like,
point. To the point where Eris apologizes. Like again,
well,
he's playing politics
yeah.
much better. And even his own daddy's like, what are you doing? We don't do that. I didn't teach you that word.
Wait, does it? It's pretty good. He doesn't. He calls her by her first and last name, right?
He says, apologies, Morrigan.
Oh, right. Yeah. What favorite does nothing but talk shit to people? Yeah, but this is different. Luke is wrong. It happens. I was born in the darkness. I'm always wrong. No, the apology, like I said, even him saying her full name seemed like it all seemed like a work, like it was pre-planned. It wasn't. I know, but if I was sitting in the room watching, I'd be like,
yeah,
he doesn't act like this. She obviously doesn't talk shit like this. This feels like a work.
Like, I love you so much, but your 5-wing-4 is showing. Like, nobody else was thinking about it as hard as you're thinking about it. We were just enjoying it.
5.4 is a hilarious way to describe that, but yeah.
Just saying, like methinks you might be overthinking it. Just don't touch.
Zoom back in, dude. Stop hanging out zoomed out. Zoom back in. Yeah. I got you.
But what I do love is right after that, Helion is the one that says, looks like you owe me 10 gold marks. So they weren't the only ones that were betting on a fight breaking out.
Right. So they're in the joke. Like that all makes sense. I was like, oh yeah, they're inside the joke too. Awesome. Yeah. This is cool.
No. It's a separate joke.
Right. But
they weren't there when they were talking about the other thing.
But the personality traits are all the same. Like they're all in on, like you are the same people. Like you are the same. You're normal.
Right.
Even
also,
Clara's
one of them now too, so we can let her in the club. It's okay.
It's the same as like when Mord makes a joke while they're in the middle of war. It's like, oh, you get it.
Yeah.
You all get it.
Yeah. For sure. Anyhow, we bring in sorry, I've just talked way too much today. I've literally done nothing but run my mouth. So the cords are getting tired. My apologies.
No kidding.
We have we bring in Thesian's folks that what's her name? Nuan. We bring in Nuan, who is the person that gave Lucian his eye.
Yeah.
Right. She's like, I have been working on this Faebane situation, and also Kelly was right. So I don't think Kelly is on with us tonight.
No, she
isn't. She was like, I see her as blah, blah, blah. Well, here's the text that backs up how Kelly sees Amryn. I wondered if Amryn had modeled her own features after a similar bloodline when she'd bound herself into her Fae body. The sharp chin, round cheeks, and stunning up-tilted eyes. But where Amryn's were that unholy silver, this female's were dark as onyx. So she looks a lot like Amryn looks a lot like this girl.
Yes. Okay.
And as she's described, yes. Beautiful Asian, some sort of descent there. So I just wanted to point that out for Kelly, who hopefully watches this back. Yes, girl, you're right.
Yes, you're right, Kelly. No, she's right. She's right often too. I'm not super happy about it, but she is. We get a lot happening here. Okay, so first off, the creature from the east, who comes in, who's the brilliant scientist, who's also a female, pretty infamous storytelling trope that's been around for centuries. Who comes in with this magic powder that's supposed to save us. It's a long running gag. That's when I was like, oh, okay, awesome. we have the thing that's in every other story that's about this. Cool. Like, I was like, okay, cool. We're doing the thing. She's missing. Is she missing a hand?
Yes.
Okay, so she's Luke Skywalker.
She has a mechanical hand. Yeah.
Yeah, or they call her a tinkerer. It is like, okay, yeah, I know what you
She's
are.
an inventor.
She's essentially a Final Fantasy character. Like,
basically.
Yeah. And she comes in, and then they're racist towards her. Baron's a little racist.
Yeah, because he's a piece of shit. Yeah.
And then what's his face is like, yo, my family, like half my family's from there.
He's
Shut
like,
the fuck up.
Right. He's like, no, stop. Like, yes.
Yeah.
Baron is the worst.
Shut the fuck up. And then you get like Farah being like, I'll take the medication. You're just like, okay, Farah, you don't have to be this person. Just, we get it. You're the main character. But like, we get it. But then old dude, the eldest son of the Baron gets, and this is where I'm like,
Varys.
This is where I'm like, oh, this is a character choice. This is an interesting character choice. I didn't quite expect this. It seems disingenuous, but we're gonna play into it. And then they reconfirm that it's supposed to work, and then
so then Rhys is like, okay, fine, I'll take it. You don't take it, that's fine. I will. My entire court will, as well as my armies. So he's like, all right, we'll all do it. That's fine.
Yeah,
we'll all do it.
And
oh yeah, we got restricted because we said we got kicked off of we got restricted on TikTok because we said some words. That was our bad.
Did it tell us what words we said?
You're not allowed to throw F-bombs out on the TikTok live. So.
Oh.
Yeah, that's why I've not been saying it lately, but I got wrapped up in the moment. Also, direct quotes called for it. It's fine. That's why we're still fine on the YouTubies.
Well, Hank, throw us a like, brother. See if you can hear us. We'll see. It says he's still there. Listen. Oh, and so she shows up, gives up. I mean, they do this in the second Avengers. Like they do this. In the second in Age of Ultron, they introduce an Asian woman who's got this cradle of life that can heal wounds. She appears for 20 minutes. I mean, it's in every part of storytelling. Is this this creature from the East who has this special contraption or healing potion or whatever that's gonna. It's awesome. I love it. And then she just disappears the moment she appears, and she is stoic and discipline. And this person, you hear a little bit about Lucy's background. Awesome. You hear that Lucy secretly communicated with her. It seems like Valeris is no longer even remotely a secret.
No, everybody knows now.
Everyone knows. I didn't realize everyone knows. I knew that most people knew, but I didn't realize it was like common knowledge now amongst the High Lords that Valeris is actually a paradise. Well, it's like,
they all know now because of all the stuff that has happened. So we have all of
it's like New Orleans without all the broke people.
Yeah. So we have all of that happen. We're like, all right, fine, we'll take it. We need to be able to fight against the Faebane and all the things. They have a kind of a racist conversation about that, but then they also have a really sexist conversation as well about what happened to women in the last war. So they have a conversation about like basically like, hey, you know, and that who said Helion. Okay. Baron says only 3 of us were present for the last war, a nod to Rhys and Helion. So only Baron, Helion, and Rhys were around for the last war. And he says one does not easily forget what Hybern and the Loyalists did to captured females in their war camps, what they reserved for high fae females who either fought for the humans or had families who did. And then he's talking about his wife, and he says her 2 sisters bought her time to run when Hybern's forces ambushed their lands. The 2 ladies did not walk out of that war camp again. So they're all talking about all of the things that could happen, and Vivian has popped up and said some stuff, and they're like, women are here to be viewed and not heard. And she's like, excuse me, but wives, he says like wives were invited as a courtesy. And she's like, well, if this war goes poorly, we'll be bleeding out right beside you. So I'm going to say what I want. Okay. And I'm like, yes, Vivian. Yes.
Absolutely.
Say more.
Absolutely.
Say more. So they agree who's going to take people, like if there's refuge, because they're like, all right, cool. While Tamlin is here and also kind of an idiot and a jerk, we do got to get his people out though. Like,
yeah, and so what did they decide? They decided to rush him to the north, to both the
south
Autumn Court and
to Summer Court. Tarquin's like, we've got plenty of room. We'll take him.
yo,
And they're right
Tarquin.
there.
Tarquin's gonna get killed. Listen, that's not my predict. That is gonna go on my prediction wall. Tarquin gonna get killed, because of this chapter, because of this section alone.
Because he's helping out people.
No, yeah, well, that's part of it. Like, but also, like, he was like, "Oh, well, we should probably destroy the Feyebane immediately." And Tark was like, "We'll handle that. We got to get him back forever." And I'm just like, "Oh boy, that's how that person gets killed. That character gets killed immediately in this story." Like that person who's trying to prove themselves, who's never been in war before, who, yeah, that guy gets killed for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hope not. Oh, I lost her. Well, Emily, it was good knowing you. Yeah, she's saying, wow. Now I can talk trash about Emily. So there was this time Emily was, I'm kidding, I'm bringing her in right now.
I was like threatening him in his ear. I was like, bring me back in right now.
I'm good to hear her. Don't let her lie to you.
Sure. Anyhow, what I'm saying is that Baron says that about women. We think that he's like going to be all right, right? We're like, oh, okay, actually, look at you saying something that's not the worst. And then he immediately, they're like, okay, well, if we're going to evacuate the spring court, we probably should work on getting the humans safe as well. And Baron's like, oh, no. Women's one thing, but like humans, that's just chattel. We're not doing that. Like, we're not doing that.
No.
It's like, he's just going to keep taking L's.
So for people who don't know what chattel is, chattel is an item or a thing that you get to own, similar to cattle but not cows. I learned that in freshman English. It was on the first vocabulary test. Thank you, Miss Whatever.
Thank you, Luke. Thank you for that.
People don't know what chattel means. Chattel is not
true.
a common word in current human vocabulary.
Okay. Yeah.
I didn't have to look it up because I was 14 years old when I failed that test. So, because chattel was a bitch. I was like, chattel, cows.
I'm really proud of you, Luke. I'm super proud of you for knowing that word. I want to know the word you didn't know, but you can highlight that one and tell me about it later. I
might have lied to you. Who knows?
So that is kind of where things take a turn, and Feyre gets a little hot, a little heated about the whole situation, and Rhys keeps trying to like calm her down a little bit at a time. He's like, easy. Just remember, he's just a cranky old bastard. It's like when your uncle at Thanksgiving, when you're like, when your racist uncle, and I don't mean like yours specifically, and I don't mean mine specifically. I just mean like in general, using, the universal your. This is like when you go to Thanksgiving and then you're the person that the uncle you don't agree with, who's really loud and mouthy about things, starts popping off, and it triggers you so hard that you immediately are like, and then your like spouse or your significant other, whatever, is like, just remember, he's old. He's old and he don't know no better. Just, it's fine. Don't go there. It's fine. And she's like, you're right. And then he says about one more thing, and she's like, that's enough. She like unzips her skin, and an alien comes out.
Oh yeah.
And she freaks out in a nice and proper way.
She goes like Super Saiyan or full Avatar state or whatever super spectral. She transforms into a being unlike what she was before.
And multiple people are like, that's enough, Baron. Like, stop. Like, they warn him multiple times that he's being a real dick and he needs to calm it down. You're
going to get your ass kicked, dog. You're going to get your ass kicked. You're going to get your ass kicked. And then she kicks his ass.
Stop it. Yep.
You gotta see Avatar, Emily. You have Avatar, like, because listen, in Avatar, there's 4 nations: a fire nation, an earth nation, a water nation, and an air nation, right? And the Avatar is a single being in this world that can use all 4 elements,
Mhm.
right? But no one else can. Okay. And what happens at
Right.
the beginning of Avatar is the airbender, the final last airbender, who's also the avatar because other airbenders have been wiped out, comes out of some sort of hibernation and goes on we lost Emily. Did we lose Emily? She must have got tired of me talking about Avatar. It happens. I'm going to continue to talk about Avatar. So Avatar's awesome. And in some cases, it's maybe like the best animated thing of all time. No, I'm not going to keep talking about Avatar. But yeah. So the way that Feyre kicks the shit out of the Baron is kind of awesome because at first she like leaps onto him with fire and then switches to the water from the pond, which is kind of dope. Just super, super, super dope. And her power is so overwhelming that the Baron can barely hold her back, which is kind of awesome. And I think Liz, yeah, keep it going. It's kind of awesome, and she's just like, ah! And people are like trying to, and then you get like the kind of fun love story where he's like, "Favorite, it's fine. I love you. It doesn't actually matter. Nothing he says can hurt you. They're just words. Okay, you've got this." But she's overwhelmed by the dominant power. And Emily has no idea that I'm talking about her. But yeah, that's how Emily laughs at people. Anyway, what's up?
Hi. We're in the middle of a snowstorm. So the wind, all the things. So sorry. That's showbiz, folks. That's what happens with the live.
We kept it going. Your
Good.
friend, our friends made fun of me.
Great.
And they were
so
like,
glad.
"Oh, she's a dog."
Oh, that's so
She's
kind.
A dog. But I think
She
they're
is a
referencing
dog.
Feyre. Because I was
Yeah.
talking about Feyre hopping over the table and using the overwhelming water powers and blah 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 blah.
It is so cool and so hot. Like, I got a little bit of a lady boner at this moment. I'm not gonna lie. Okay. Because it's just so much that has happened, and it's like this is a expose on female rage right here. She tried her real best to keep her cool. She could no longer keep her cool, and then when she explodes, it's magnificent. Like, this is Feyre ending up on an episode of Snapped. Like, she can't handle it anymore, and she just unleashes all of it on this man, and he completely freaking deserved it.
Yeah. Also, and I think I said this before, he's a fucking wimp.
Yeah, he's the worst.
Yeah, he's a wimp. I think he's actually weaker than all of them.
Oh, probably.
And I've said that before. Like,
yeah,
buddy, you got beat by somebody who has a sprinkle of a power.
Yeah,
like you were overwhelmed.
However, I know you mentioned it earlier, but you were like, he's the only one who has sired heirs.
That are there.
Yeah, well, I mean, very few. They talk about how children are a gift. That's why everyone was so upset when 50 of them from the Winter Court was murdered, because they're rare. I mean, it's not often that it happens. So he has no powers, but his swimmers must be pretty good. And or his wife is just like, someone needs to study his wife, because she's the one that, created 7. There are 7. She has 7 kids.
That's
and
true.
The rest of them don't really have heirs.
Not yet. They're all relatively new.
Yeah.
They're a little new to the game. But the feminine rage is dope, and I'm glad she succumbed to the power of love, because and at the end of the day, that's kind of the only thing that really works. When I'm overcome with unyielding rage. It's usually someone being like, "Hey,
everything's gonna be okay.
Okay. Like the sun will actually come up tomorrow." Right? Like it's come up.
The sun will come out.
It is the most common occurrence in the history of time is the sun coming up.
Yeah. But it is really he does have to like he has to talk her down a lot. And what I do like is it's a mix of talking out loud and talking in her mind. So there's some things that he says out loud, and then there's some things that are in her mind. Because, and the only reason why you know that you don't hear it on the listen, you'd have to be reading along to see what is in italics and what is not. But it is a mix of speaking aloud and speaking in her mind to try to get her back under control, so that she can chill out.
And then Helion jumps in and he's like, I wondered where it went. That little bit of...
We agreed that he had a very deep and British voice, so we're going to need you to do a very deep British voice for this.
I almost did Southern again.
No, British.
I wondered where it went. That little bit. So small. Like fish missing in a single scale.
I don't know. That's about the best I got right now.
I mean, it's not the worst I've ever heard, so
Good,
I'm okay with it. I'm good with it.
Maybe like a very like deep Latin sound.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's what, because it'd be like, I wonder. Yeah. Okay, one more time.
I wondered where it went. That little bit. So small. Like fish missing a single scale. But I still felt wherever something brushed against the empty spots. No wonder you made her high lady.
It's doing pretty. It's better.
I'm working on it.
I'm gonna let the girls decide.
It's just broken.
The first
English.
one was a little. It did feel like a little bit, yeah, or like Italian. I couldn't quite figure it out.
Italian.
Italian, So
when
sorry,
I do,
I'm also joining on my phone because it's getting unstable. So
when the
that way
Baron
we'll have a backup.
When the Baron speaks, this is how it sounds. The power belongs to us. I think it is.
I don't think that's true. I don't think that's right. But you do what you got to do, I guess.
Helion asked Tamlin,
You knew our power.
that's what he says. Tamlin's like, it was none of your business. I don't know. Tamlin sounds like an idiot to me. I don't know how Tamlin talks.
I mean, he did, because he did know as well. I mean, I will say that's nice because he was able to keep his mouth shut about that.
Yeah, he's a lot of people have
been running their mouth about a lot of stuff, and he did keep that.
He's kind of a narcissist. Mm-hmm. So he's one of those shy narcissists too. So he's not gonna like try to get attention from somebody else's shine.
Mm-hmm.
But he's definitely gonna be like, oh, you wanna do this really, really cool thing that I know how to do? I'll do it. Yeah, Baron. Oh. Yeah, so they have this little moment where Baron's pissed off about the powers and everything, and then Baron's like, I'm out of here, and then Nesta has her like Captain America speech. We're humans. Right. Okay? Yeah. Everybody matters. And it actually sounded more authentic coming from Nesta than I thought it would.
Yeah, it did. Actually, I wasn't mad about how she did it.
You know how like I had like a trepidation about how like sometimes Feyre doesn't sound very authentic. This from Nesta could easily not sound authentic, and it sounds extremely on point.
Right.
So it's weird that she cares about people, but obviously.
And she even says, the past is the past. What I care about is the road ahead. And I was like, oh my God, did I just agree with Nesta? Ooh.
Man.
Ooh. That's rough.
She's tall, hot. She's tall, hot, and you agree with her.
It's very weird for me. I don't normally agree with her. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about all this. So they left. And we deal with, he's like, all right, we're going to consider it. And they all went away. And then Eris kind of like lingers for a second. And then he's like, okay, I gotta go too. And then he heads out. But then afterwards, they're all mad about it. And Callius asks Feyre quietly. So it's like right after all of this has happened, the first thing that is said after Bear and his whole family leave, Callius is like, did you master the ice?
Yes, I want to talk about this. And she's like, all of it.
Yeah, he's all of it. And but Vivian, his wife, says, does it even make a difference?
And he's like, I don't know.
I'm like, I don't actually know how I feel about this right now.
Yeah.
I just don't know how they feel about it.
So my thing about that is it was like, oh, you're part of the club. Did you master the ice? All of it. Really? Okay. Like that's, and then when someone's like, hey, what was that about? You're like, I don't know. Like that's how I was like, I don't know. Like, oh, she's one of us. Okay. All right. How do you feel about that?
Yeah.
I don't know. But
he doesn't know how he feels about it yet. But she says, well, Tarquin, again, Tarquin's the one that steps up and says, you saved us under the mountain. So if I had to give you a kernel of my power to be saved, I think that's fair. Like, he's the first one that's like, I'm fine with this, actually. So I don't know if that leads more or less evidence for you for
for sure
situation.
He's like the superhero, not the superhero. He's like in the beginning of a horror story, the first person who gets killed is the most brave.
Mm-hmm.
It's that guy.
Yeah.
That's what
but everyone's like, well, what can we even do about it? You know what I mean? Like, what are we gonna do? And Thesian's like, well, I mean, we can kill her, but short of that, like, we can't really do anything about it.
They say something about like holding her down and cutting her open to find where the power's stored, and I was just like, oh, that's a weird take. All right.
Like, I don't know about that.
That's a total girl thought for sure.
Yeah. That's Thesian. He's the healer. Like, he's also the tinkerer, so it makes sense. Like, from science, he just wants to like get in there and figure out how it works.
Yeah. Don't watch the 4th episode of Full Metal Alchemist.
Yeah, probably not. No. But I will we got to give it to Feifei. As Feifei, she says, I didn't take your power. You gave it to me, along with the gift of my immortal life, and I am grateful for both, but they are mine now, and I will do with them as I will.
Not only does she say that, but she's like, and I will fight for you, and I will save for you, and I will heal for you, and I will do what it takes to win here.
I'm going to do everything that I can. Yep.
Once again, didn't feel super authentic, but
what do you mean it didn't feel authentic?
She just said all the right thing. It felt, oh no, I'm not gonna say that, but
I think we're gonna have to have a conversation about why you are starting to hate on Feyre Archeron.
Listen to you assuming hate when you don't even ask the question. Wild. You're gaslighting me into hating somebody when I do not hate.
I'm not, but you have had a lot to say about Feyre Archeron in this meeting.
There's been a couple of times in the last couple of sections where there were moments where I was just like, oh, this is a clown show and she's the head clown. That's
what?
It's a great clown show. I'm enjoying the hell out of it. But there's moments where I'm just like, oh, all right, cool, Feyre, cool. Whatever.
I'm offended. I'm offended.
Why are you?
Because
I like her right now. I like her right now. There's just moments where I'm just like, you're playing a role here. Who'd you hear this from?
No, she's not playing a role. She's
right, but that's what it feels like. I'm not saying that's what's happening. Let her
grow.
She's a flower. Let her bloom.
Let her come into her own, okay? She is coming into her own. Just because she didn't clap back before doesn't mean that she's now not comfortable and not allowed to clap back. She can be in on the joke, okay? Women can make the joke. They can be in on the joke. She's earned it at this point.
All the women in this story have been in on the joke.
Mm-hmm.
Except for Feyre.
Mm-hmm. But she can be in the joke now. She's earned that.
Listen, it doesn't It doesn't feel like it yet.
What is she gonna have to do?
What do you mean? What is she gonna? I can't. What am I supposed to read forward? I don't know.
No, I'm saying for you, Luke.
For me,
What does Feyre have to do to earn some respect around here?
what kind of respect are you talking about? You don't think I respect Feyre?
You are being disrespectful
I
of
just,
Feyre Archer.
it feels like old girl is playing a role right now a little bit more than she's being herself.
Why do you think that?
Because it does, some of the stuff doesn't quite fit. It feels a little
Why?
coach speaky. It feels a little authentic. It's like, oh, would this person really say this in this moment? Maybe not.
But she's supposed to be doing that right now.
Yeah,
Like,
that's what
it
that
calls
you're
for it.
proving my point. She's supposed to be doing it. Of
No,
course.
like it calls for it. It calls for it.
Maybe.
Like
Maybe.
they need someone to handle it, right? Like there's a reason why can't get done. There's a reason why we're in the situation that we're in. All right. Sometimes it takes a woman stepping up and organizing everybody.
It has nothing to do with her being a woman. What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
Saying. I'm not saying it's like a thing about that.
Are you accusing me? Are you saying that I don't think women can be funny? I think women can be funny. I think you're funny.
I know, because I am. What I'm saying is
you're also incredibly confident, which is awesome.
You're welcome.
I didn't say thank you, but yeah, that too, though. Thank you.
You're welcome. The thing is, sometimes the situation calls for it. And if you're an emotionally intelligent person and you're reading the room and then you are providing what is needed to make it happen, that's not inauthentic. It's filling a gap where there is a gap.
Yeah.
But you just don't. You're not buying into it.
I'm not. It feels like we were both in theater.
Yep.
You have principal roles.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have choral roles, side characters. You got people who are just on stage.
Mm-hmm.
From what we know about Feyre, because we're in her head most of the book.
Right.
Sometimes we're in Reese's head because we're in Feyre's head inside Reese's head. It's all I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
You sometimes she doesn't feel like the principal role. And she hasn't felt like that in any of the books, except for a few times.
Okay.
And so when it comes to these moments where you're like, well, like you have worship Tamlin and then worship Rhysand as they're like the main characters in your story, almost unequivocally. And then you get to these moments where it's like, honey, you're a principal role? Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have all these years of experience that these other actors have? Nope. But you're stepping up and you're going to lead the way, even though they all have inside jokes. Like, I don't know. I'm not trying. It just feels a little inauthentic to me. That's all. It's okay.
I think that methinks this is a brush with a complex female character that you're not used to reading. And I think that the reason why you don't think that she is those things is because you've never really read a book from the female perspective before, where the POV is her all the time. So just because you have heard her thoughts and she has had some imposter syndrome, like that does not mean that she's not the lead character in her own life.
She's had a ton of imposter syndrome, not just some, almost the entirety of all three stories.
Yes, she has. That does not make her not the main character. It's there. We are in her POV. And as we're watching her come into her own, she deserves, because even though she has had those doubts herself, if we look at what has actually happened and all of the ass that she has kicked and the things that she's been able to do and the growth that has occurred up to this point, all of this is totally earned. Now we can joke about her and rib about her when it comes to like the inside jokes and all of that, because all of that's fine. But also listen to you right now. I don't have, you're just like, Luke,
how wrong are you right now? I'm feeling a little judgment from you. And it's like, buddy, I don't have any judgment. It doesn't feel as early to me as it does
I'm
you.
not judging you.
And it has nothing to do with her being like, had it been anything, had it been a dude, I don't care.
Mhm.
Like, it doesn't matter to me. It just feels
Yeah.
slightly unearned. And it would be as if it would be as if Lucy stepped up and said something. It'd be like, oh, what are you doing? What are you doing, dude? You're not the one here.
Mhm.
What's happening here? What's happening?
Well, I'll be interested to see.
Like when we go back to what it literally it started when they were making jokes about who was gonna fight first, and then
Right.
she was like, I think it's gonna be immediately. Ha! And it's like, okay. No wonder no one's told you your paintings suck. Like, Jesus. You don't get it. You don't get it.
Oh man.
I'll never forget
Well-
when Devlin was like, your painting looks so good. I was like, oh boy, that proves it.
I think this is gonna have to be one of the times where like we agree to disagree on that one.
Look,
because-
we've agreed to disagree on several things, and I think on several things I've continued that thought, and on several things my thought has changed.
we've not like come to an agreement hardly ever.
Well, my thoughts on Rasan changed. My thoughts on Tamlin changed. It's pretty.
Well,
pretty
yeah, but that's because I didn't give a shit because it's a canon event. Like you are going to the journey you're having is a canon event, except for this bullshit about Feyre. That's why I'm fighting back on you a little bit because
What do you
this is
mean?
not a canon event. It's so you are supposed to like go from not really knowing that you can like Rysand into liking Rysand into being okay with questioning his tactics and choices. All of those are like canon events. Like you're feeling all of the emotions correctly, which is why like I didn't say much about those kinds of things.
See, there's where the judging is. There's where the judging is. I just want to see it.
But-
That's all that matters. Because there's no such thing as
but that's
correct.
why I'm saying I hear you.
There's
I hear
right and
you.
wrong, but there's no such thing as correct. Like this is
What I'm saying is
subjective.
okay, what you are going through is like the common like wave. You are riding the wave and you are hitting all of the right points.
I love that
like,
that is happening
You're
too. By the way.
experiencing all of the things. But that's why I push back on you on the Feyre thing, because that's not normal. Like people don't normally feel like that.
Where she's almost a little goofy. It's like, oh, this is a little goofy.
At this, yeah, but it's like in a way that's adorable, not in a way that's like, ugh, stop. Like, that's just why I'm asking. That's why I'm pushing back on you.
It doesn't feel. It feels like adorable, like a little puppy feels adorable.
And like I say, it's okay. I'm not saying that you're wrong. I'm not saying that I'm not saying anything about you as a person because you're feeling that way. I'm just trying to ascertain why you're feeling that way because it's not normal.
That's
and
fair.
I don't mean it's not normal as in it's not normal because you are wrong. I'm saying it's not what usually at this point in the book, in the series, most people are like firmly bought in and good with whatever's going on with
but
Feyre.
Seriously, you're like, hey, how did you come away with that takeaway? I'm
Yeah,
like,
how did you come up with it?
I'm like, well, this is a lot. This is a hyper confident person who just about killed one of their rulers, and they don't say anything about it. And then she's like, "Oh, I'll take it." And it's like, okay, that's cool. You're being kind of a fake leader. We're going to see how this goes. I don't know. I'm just like, if I'm sitting in that room, I'd be like, who the fuck is this girl? Who cares? Like, we've been around for centuries. Who is this chick?
I think if you were in the room, that's fair. But you know our girl. So if you were in the room and didn't know her, I feel like that's a fair assessment. But you know our girl. So I'm just trying to figure out why you're so hesitant.
Because when I've seen her do like the blinking where she like blinks into an attack and kills someone, and then I'm just oh yeah, that's fucking that's dope. Let's not get like I'm for her. There's just a few times in the recent sections where I'm like, and I don't think it's bad writing. It's just I'm just like this is it's kind of cheesy. We're gonna see how this goes.
Okay, all right, it's fair. You can think it's cheesy.
And
this is why we're having wonderful conversations about the whole thing because you're a dude and a straight dude, and you've never read anything like this before, and it's totally okay to disagree. But that's why I'm asking you to talk about it because I need to know why.
It's just the same as like when your BF Resand was like, I knew all this stuff happened to you, but our bond broke, and I didn't know where you were, but I wasn't going to come save you. I was going to go do other bullshit. And I was just like, buddy, you don't let her just wander around the fucking wilderness when she doesn't have any fucking powers. What are you doing, bro? Go find her ass. And I was like, and you were like, well, and I was like, no, go get her. Like, what are you doing? You have all the power in the world.
Totally fair. And as you made your point, I was like, oh, dang, actually, Luke has a point. And I said that. Fair enough. So it's all good. Everything's fine.
I hope that it continues. Like, if you're going to start doing goofy leader stuff where you're like, it's kind of like, Drew Brees. You know who that is? The former Saints quarterback. They like, he would say stuff that it was like, are you a TV show character? Is this what you do? Or who's the other one that does it too? The guy, Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson will say shit, and it's like, is this real? Are you just a movie character? Is this all scripted? This is kind of weird. It's leaning that way. Her her moments are leaning that way. Like her getting up and touching Azrael. Let's be done right now. And then a chair appears and Nesta's already moved out of the way. I thought that was kind of cute, except for like the way it happened. I was like, oh, this feels like a show. This feels like a work. So we'll see how it goes.
To you, but like, it's literally a script. Like, it is written.
Yeah.
Like, it's not real life. You're like, those people that you're Drew Brees and Russell Wilson and all those, like, they're like actual human beings. And you're like, it sounds scripted. This is scripted.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. I'm leaning into it. I promise you, I'm leaning into it. But there's just, I'm allowed to be like, oh, this is kind of, all right. I kind of, don't ever let them catch you acting. This looks like acting. So we'll see how this goes.
I feel you. So, let's see. Oh, Liz is saying maybe it's a little bit of like act your way until you believe it.
Actually, I'm actually for that, Liz. I'm 100% like, oh, fake it till you make it. 1,000%.
Yeah. Well,
and it does feel like
it does.
It does feel. I'm not criticizing. I think it's funny. I'm like, oh, this is awesome. Be you, girl. Whatever spectacle bullshit you want to do, I'm with it.
Yeah. Well, she says, Reese stepped up. Okay. Did not touch me. Let me stand on my own. Stare them all down. We basically said, like, she had her little moment that you have issues with, and they all kind of agree.
Come on, dude.
No, I was saying that you were like, you did. You said it's like it feels inauthentic, is what I mean.
Yeah.
For her to step up, it felt inauthentic. So Vivian's like, well, I'll fight with you, and then Christina's like, as will I. So like and then Moore, of course, is right there. So like all the women are like, well, we've got you. And we all know that when you've got the women, you've got the men. At least in a situation like this, because as the quote for My Big Fat Greek Wedding, the man might be the head, but the woman is the neck, and she can turn that head any way that she wants. So
every strong man, blah, blah, blah. Yeah.
For sure. So that's great and all. They all split up to go into their separate corners to think about everything that just happened. And Reese says to her, 6 out of 7. Not bad, curse breaker. Not bad at all.
Oh, yeah.
So they are able to kind of basically, 6 of them agree that they're going to figure it out.
Tamlin Caves. We got to mention it. Tamlin Caves. He's like, oh, yeah, but no, I'm in.
Yeah. I mean, he's a petty Betty, but then once they hit the mute button on him and he has nothing that he can do other than listen to the situation, he's like, I mean, okay, but they're right. So
he's got like no more, like he already wasted all his ammunition. Buddy, you got to keep, if you're going to be petty, you got to keep that pettiness. Like for as long, like you got to keep things. Like I still have things I want to say to people that I've said adjacent things to them. And I'm like, no, but I still like, oh my God, you know what one of my favorites of all time is? I found out that an ex of mine, the way that they would win arguments is they'd be like, do you understand? I'd be like, yeah, of course I understand. I completely understand. And they'd be like, great. And they would just kind of walk off. I'd be like, the fuck? I'm not done. What the hell was that? And so after that happened another time, have I told you this before?
No.
Oh, after it happened another time, the next time I was like, oh fuck, I'm not letting this happen again. And so it happened. And I was like, oh yeah, of course I understand. I just don't agree. And that's okay.
Yeah.
boy, I thought I was about to get set on fire. Like, I thought matches were gonna get retrieved from the drawer. Like, I thought it was gonna be a problem. That, like, when it was like,
Well,
oh, I
I'm-
completely agree. I just don't. I mean, I completely understand. I just don't agree,
Yeah.
and that's okay. And it was, oh boy, yeah, I learned a lot.
I am glad that you survived that one and that you are here because I need you here to continue having our conversations.
I learned a lot from Xbox Live circa 2005.
Yeah.
That was, you got to hear a lot of things that you're not supposed to hear. My mother's been called all sorts of stuff. So, Jenny doesn't even know.
Jenny deserves better. I'm just saying. Do you want to talk about? Do you want me to tell you what's next?
Yes,
How far else to go?
absolutely.
All right. I think this next section is actually shorter. I'm not gonna lie. I could be lying to you, but I don't think I am. Yeah, it's a little shorter. It's only 30 pages. So we're gonna go chapters 47 through 50, which means you're gonna stop at part 3 of the book.
Oh, we're getting to the High Lady.
Hi, lady. We're going to stop at part 3. So we will do chapters 47 through 50. And we'll end at part 3, Hi, lady.
So, quick recap. I got a victory lap. Azrael put them paws on our little boy.
Mhm.
I was wrong about everything else so far. So we'll see.
But let's see your prognostications. Let's
Like-
go. What do you think?
Like Helion, the Baron's wife. Maybe his swimmers aren't that good. Maybe it's somebody else's swimmers who are pretty good. I don't know. That was the only thing out of order in this whole section. Like, that was the only thing that was like, oh, this hit me different than everything else that's happened in this section is this moment. Wow, this is weird.
Need you to repeat what you just said because you froze and I didn't hear it. So please say it again.
I was
sorry.
I was gonna say that, like, maybe you find out, I don't know, like at the end of the book that like Helion is like one of the Baron's actual fathers.
Oh, I mean, he a dog.
He's he a dog. Like he a dog. And he's willing to let somebody else raise his kid. You know what I mean?
I feel like he would be like everybody. Like I feel like every single person could have a kid they don't know about with Helion because
okay.
wow.
Okay. Well, we haven't even gotten to like the actual Helion stuff.
Right.
But
You haven't even really seen. But like you're only going off of reputation because I'm like, oh, he's slutty though.
but that one moment where you've taught me he's slutty, and then that one moment he had with old girl, I'm just like, that doesn't go on.
What do you mean, old girl?
The Baron's wife. He literally looks at her. And she's like, oh, and has none of that interaction with anybody, not more, not anyone else. You know what I mean? So,
I'd be really interested to see your reaction to some stuff that goes down in the next chapters.
I think there's going to be a maybe in this section, maybe in the next section, there's going to be a little bit of more in Azrael.
Yeah.
Little more, sort of Mazriel, little
Mazriel.
Yeah, little.
You think we're gonna? Are we gonna do it?
Are we gonna do it? No, but I think there's gonna be like a
Azrior, Azrior.
No, that sounds like
Mazriel.
That sounds like a skin disease. Azrior. That's like a skin disease. We can't. That sounds like something there's no cure for currently.
Oh my god.
We're gonna stick with Mazriel.
Mazriel. Okay.
Azrior does not work.
Okay. All right, cool. So we think we're gonna have what's happening in the next. What do we have? What are your prognostications?
So if they stay at there is a castle on a cloud, if they stay up there, and they're hanging out with people, like they're doing like networking, they host a networking event after the meeting.
It's like a 2-day conference, okay? Like they're gonna have a little sleepover.
Have a little sleepover. And, I think maybe we'll get some Helion action.
Okay.
because he's the
Some
most
action.
peculiar individual we've met so far that is still located at the castle.
Right.
And it'd be weird if we learned a progeny then, but if we do, we do. And then little Masriel action, maybe. We'll see.
Okay.
We'll
All right.
we'll see. I'm
Okay.
interested to see if any of Nesta's powers manifest after what happened here today. And
Okay.
being so close to so many power users. But she
Okay.
might be more cauldron adjacent than. Yeah. Or maybe we get Nesta Cassian action. Nasty in action.
Nastian? Nastian is what you called it.
Nastian is
Nastian.
forever awesome.
Wow. I want that. So I think it's normally like Nessian is I think what people say. Nessian. But that sounds a little bit like the Loch Ness Monster. And I think Nastian is so much better. So I'm hereby changing it. Just FYI.
Nastian.
Nastian is what I will forever say.
The most attractive children with the biggest wingspans. That's it, though. That's all I got for the prognostication for this week. Next week,
great.
Next week, we'll talk about the Crusades and their effect on Middle East trade during the. I'm kidding. After the first 1,000 years after the death.
Can I ask you a really random question? This is a tangent that I have to know about.
Hit it.
So sorry. This is a tangent I have to know about because I was on the phone with a male friend earlier today, and he was telling me that he is obsessed with listening to a 21 part lecture series on the Civil War right now.
All right.
And I was like, for why? Like for fun? And he's like, yeah, for fun. And I was like, no, I can't be thinking about that. So I have found that men fall into 3 camps of things that they cannot stop thinking about, or they just are obsessed with, in theory. And you're in one of these 3. So I need to know which one you fall into. And I have my thoughts about which camp you're going to fall into.
Just so you know, if I don't fit into a camp, I genuinely don't. But if I do, I'm going to tell you I do.
I don't want you to pick one of the 3. Like if it's not one of your things, I feel like you are in one of these categories. But anyway.
I refuse to be a contrarian is what I'm saying.
Great. I love that.
Yeah.
So, are you a Civil War, a Roman Empire, or World War II?
Yeah, I think I'm World War II. But it's World War II, then Civil War, then Roman Empire. There's some stuff that's like late Roman Empire when they get into like when the Pope comes into power, before the Crusades, that and what's happening in what now is Turkey, that I can't care less about. World War II, because of its effect on boomers, it just everything about it, from storming the beach of Normandy to Hiroshima, Nagasaki, and then Pearl Harbor, everything about it. The Civil War plays a pretty close place for me personally. In that, like, I have this personal belief that had proper Reconstruction happened in the South, there would not be as much polarizing ideas or diversity in political idealism in the United States. And as a matter of fact, I argued for several weeks with someone about it. They said the worst thing that Americans have ever done was, something in the Middle East or something with Russia or something, whatever. And I was like, well, had the North actually properly reconstructed the South after burning their entire cash cow and whatever, then you wouldn't have so many Southerners who hate Northern white people. Anyway, so that one is number 2 for me, and World War II is number 1. My favorite actual time period, if I'm being truly honest with you, is like 1917 to 1928, 29.
Okay.
Is that time right before the Great Depression and into the Great Depression, really? I guess
we love the jazz age. We love the jazz age.
Well, it's like the beginning of prior to that, every social big figure was military, religion, or political.
Mhm.
And then you had the Fitzgeralds of the world and the Picassos of the world, and most of the things that our parents, air quotes, were in love with, or the generation before them. That's not the greatest generation, but the one between them, they lost.
I was like, what just happened? I was like, man, I'm gonna have to take over the show now. Okay.
Yeah, so they have this fascination with Paris or what have you, and it's all because of the early stages. I mean, I read the book. Was never a big reader, so I read this relatively recently. But it was F. Scott Fitzgerald's first book, This Side of Paradise,
Mhm.
and it's discussing how novel the idea of socialism is. And since it came out in 1921, 1920, or whatever, socialism was a very radical and popular idea coming out of Western Europe. That when Fitzgerald wrote the book, it was seen as risque and awesome and cool and all this other stuff. And so it's super fascinating. And then you had prohibition, you have the women's rights, you had a lot of really cool stuff. So that's actually my favorite time period. But if I had to choose between the three, it's World War II.
Well, thank you so much for proving my point. I really appreciate it.
Actually,
there was no
number two is the Japanese Civil War, when you had swordsmen fighting against dudes with guns.
Thank you.
That's actually awesome too.
There was no wrong answer, because the answer is having an answer immediately ready and available. And so thank you.
Also, David era Middle East is also awesome, because King David was the fucking man. King David is hilarious. If you ever read all the stuff King David would get, it's whoa, what a character! It belongs in this book. Wild shit. Yeah. But all that kind of stuff is awesome. And then, like I said, the Crusades are cool too, but I don't know much about the Crusades other than I've always kind of wanted to go to Israel, not because I have any support of anybody or anything, but how many more, I would think more bodies, there's more dead bodies in the world over that piece of land than for any other reason ever in the history of time. And I gotta know what the fuss is about. So it's hey, California is pretty cool. What's happening on TikTok? That was weird. Someone put a helmet on me. Gotta know what the fuss is about. Stop this train. I want to get off. Liz, it can keep going. Start talking about swords. Swords are awesome.
No, we're good now. I'm really sorry that I asked, but I had to, because I knew you would have an answer, and thank you. Thank you for that.
What about you?
But also, I apologize
to
everyone.
Okay, so there's another one. By the way, there's another one if they're football fans.
No, you don't get another one.
No, not for me. I'm just telling you, there's another one if they're football fans.
Oh, okay.
Right? There's the 60s and 70s, the 80s and 90s, and then this 2001 to today. Well, really 2001 to 2019, and then from 2019 to today.
No, he's not doing that on purpose. He literally just had all of that, and he genuinely means it. All of that was very genuine.
Oh no, yeah, that's not what Pharaoh was doing, which was a work. That was for shoot, buddy.
No, he genuinely, and this is why I bring this up, because it's not just Luke. This is a thing with dudes. Okay. In fact, Liz, I'm gonna need you to ask Bill, which of the three he falls into, because I am working on some very serious thesis work here. There's some super interesting stuff that happened on D-Day in Normandy, and where they parachuted into at night. Yeah. They you hear about it. And men are so into it, women are not.
I mean, it's cool.
Like this.
I enjoy.
In fact, it's there was an entire. Are you aware? Because I mean, you TikTok, but you don't TikTok a lot. Are you aware of a fact that this actually became an entire trend where girlfriends were asking their boyfriends, what was their Roman Empire? Like, what could they just not stop thinking about? Because a lot of them were picking the Roman Empire. And then like women were taking that and making a whole bunch of other videos about like, oh, this is my Roman Empire. It's like the thing that I can't stop like, thinking about or figuring out.
I'm pretty aware of it. Yeah, but like my Roman Empire is a bunch of stuff. Like I got locked into like the home math videos where the guy kind of explains home math, and I'm just like, buddy, you make a compelling argument. Like the data suggests that you're not all that wrong. But I hate that you call it this. Why it doesn't make much sense. I hate that you call it this, but also you're not all that wrong.
The reason why I have these conversations with you and I'm like really into doing this show with you is because this is my Roman Empire. This is my Roman Empire. Like the empire of smut. This is what I think about all of the time.
Hell yeah, Philly. My Philly is in TikTok. He said my granddad was in D-Day. Yeah. Hoorah.
Oh, see? So his is World War II, more than likely. I'm just saying. It's a thing.
More than likely.
So thank you for playing along. I really appreciate it. Since you played like the food game with me, that's my version of like the food game. So thank you for that. Thank you for answering.
I've got more
honestly.
games.
Yeah,
I've got more.
But
games.
We're on an hour and 15
No, but I got more games. I'm kidding.
More games.
Yes, more and more and more.
Masriel games.
Masriel. Boy, never mind.
Since we did stay, for the folks that did stay, can we just get one more? Careful how you speak about my high lady.
Yeah, I'll give it a shot.
Okay.
Yes, for priceless. Okay.
No.
Careful how you speak about my high lady.
That was probably pretty good because there was a little bit of a growl in the end as well. So
yeah,
I liked it.
It's like,
well, if you like this content,
oh, I got one. Can I give you just one?
Okay. Yeah.
You're mine.
Oh God. I wasn't prepared for that.
Had a channel. Had a channel.
Oh, I'm red because that embarrassed me a little bit.
Let's see how this goes.
I was not prepared for that.
There's a lot of pregnant pausing happening on my other screen right now.
Yeah, listen. Wow. If you like this content,
shush, yeah, hit it. Do your thing.
If you like this content and you want to hear more of Luke growling like that in a microphone, then please like and subscribe, and I will keep asking him to do it.
Yes, and I'll be happy to do it. And thank you for watching. All right.